Hey, thanks for slithering in. I am Symtherin, and welcome back to my channel into another speed build in The Sims 4. Today, right now it doesn't look like it, but this build is for a collab called the Snowy Winter Collab, hosted by, and I'm going to try not to butcher this, Gardenova Sims over on Instagram. So their account and all of the other amazing talented builders in this collab will all be listed down below, so you can go and check them out. And I really hope that you do, because this was so much fun to participate in, and all the builds I've seen so far as of the time of recording this are amazing. Like, you will not regret checking them out. You will regret not checking them out. So go and do that. And yeah, we should talk about this build actually. The shape of this build is already pretty much together. We are speeding by. I did have to up the speed a little bit. Hopefully you guys don't mind too much. I try to keep it pretty close to what I usually do, but otherwise this would have been a very long video, and I didn't feel like talking for 30 minutes even though we're getting close to it. But we are here in Chestnut Ridge, mostly because I was curious to see what this world looks like in winter, because I had not done that before this. But also, in my opinion, I think this was my favorite expansion pack that we got this year, and 2023 is coming to a close, which is kind of crazy to think about, but it is. But yeah, we got a lot of good expansion packs and kits. No game packs. We got a stuff pack. That was pretty awesome. But we are just... we got a lot of stuff. A lot of good stuff. But Horse Ranch was one of my favorites. I don't know what you guys think. Tell me down in the comments below which is your favorite pack or kit that we got this year from the Sims team. Anywho, I just needed an excuse to come back to Chestnut Ridge and build another ranch. And this one's more of like, since we're in a snowy winter vibe, the collab didn't have to be like Christmas themed, but of course, I'm in the Christmas holiday mood this week because it is the week of Christmas. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's always a lovely time. I'm gonna be crazy busy that weekend, but it is what it is. All good things. As of posting this video, this one's going live on the 23rd, I believe. So if I don't talk to you guys before then, I hope you have a Merry Christmas if you celebrate, or Happy Holidays. I'm not gonna rattle them all off right now because mostly it's getting late and my brain doesn't want to think like that too hard right now. But I hope you guys are having a great holiday season, no matter what holiday you are celebrating. Here we're getting the landscaping somewhat planned out before we switch to winter, but this is the layout of the build, and I thought it was super cute. The barn there can only fit one horse, unfortunately, but we don't really have any room for activities for the horses. So that might be an issue. I mean, you might be able to fit something maybe in the front if you get rid of some of the landscaping, if you choose to. But here we have, like, next to the house is a nice little trail. You can probably walk your horse around, you know, and you can go to public places, I guess, to train your horse too. I think there's a few of those places around somewhere in the world. I did play a little bit of Horse Ranch when it first came out. I was like, oh, maybe I'll do like a Rags to Ranches kind of thing, and it was fun for a while until I just stopped playing, which I tend to do with gameplay. So that's me. But I really like how this build came out. I actually really adore a lot of the spaces on the interior, especially there's a corner in the office. Well, I guess the whole office is nice, and then two of the bedrooms I just felt like were so good. At least the other one was pretty good, but two of them I was like, I hit something, I don't know, I hit like the nail right on the head. So it was fun. We'll talk about those when we get there. So this build does have 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, a full kitchen, dining space, an office, plenty of space for a good sized family here. If you don't need 3 bedrooms, you can turn one into a playroom, maybe make a bathroom bigger, or another office if you prefer. I don't know. Or a room for a horse, because horses do come in the houses, I believe. At least they did when I played. I don't know if that's been fixed. But yeah, other than that, we're moving along. There is a basement. By basement, I mean just a room with nothing in it and no wallpaper and no flooring, because I like to lock a sim, who I'll call my playtesting sim, even though I don't playtest. And this is definitely not one of those I playtested, unfortunately. But I like to record and take screenshots in live mode. So I like to move a sim in, but I hate when they get in the way. So I like to just lock them in a basement. I use MC Command Center, I believe, to disable... I think it's MC Command Center that does that. But I disable their needs decay, so they're perfectly okay. They're taken care of. They're breathing. They've got their phone. They usually play video games a lot. But that's just a little insight of how I do that, I guess. Here you can kind of peek a little bit of the floor plan that I came up with. I honestly feel like it's one of my better floor plans, and I say this a lot, that floor plans aren't my strongest suit. I struggle a lot with them, and then sometimes I'm like, that's good enough, and then it is what it is. But the landscaping's almost done. I wanted to make sure the landscaping looked somewhat nice in like the summertime if you play in this build off season. So we had to start there, but now it is snowy and we're adding some of these floor stone path. What is it called? Flat garden stone, I think. That is from the debug menu. So if you use your cheats, bb.show hidden objects, and the other one is show live edit objects, I think. I'll put that up on the screen so you guys can see it as well. Those cheats both pretty much open up a whole new menu of items and things in the catalog, give you a little more options, and cheaper too. You can get a lot of like free landscaping and free clutter. So if you like budget builds, that's a great tool for you guys to use. Here we are starting in the living room. At first I wanted to go very traditional Christmas decor with like the greens, reds, golds, but then I put these blue curtains. These curtains, I can't remember which kit they're from. I believe they're from a kit, or are they from Growing Together? I don't remember. They might be Growing Together because they're very like nursery-esque, but I love that blue. And we wanted to go very like light wood tones. I tried to go for the white wood tones, but we ended up going for the light brown wood tones throughout the whole entire build. But I thought it was very cozy and very wintry. I'm really happy I went with the blue versus the reds and golds. The original plan was also not to put the TV in front of that window so that you can see the Christmas tree from the outside, but the way the shape of the room kind of fell, it just made more sense for me to put it there, at least in my mind. But here we are getting a ton of presents to put around and underneath the Christmas tree. How cozy does it look? I absolutely love it. I feel like I only use seasons for like this type of build every year, at least one every year, you know? Where I'm just pulling out seasons and that free holiday pack. So it was a lot of fun to revisit some of these items. And what else? I'm thinking here we're gonna put a mirror. I think we end up putting like a little china hutch over there, a bookcase here. We have lots of bookcases in this build. Honestly, I put a lot of bookcases in a lot of my builds, mostly because I wish I had more bookcases in my real house because I have so many books. But Also, they're good at taking up space, if you know what I mean. Especially wall space when you don't want to put another mirror or another plant or another wall decor piece, you know? So, it is what it is. But here is the dining space we're using. I think that's a parenthood table with cats and dogs chairs. Very homey, very cozy. It kind of goes with the cats and dogs couch that I used in the living space. So, not too mad there. I don't continue those curtains, but I do pick out some blue ones. These from Dream Home Decorator, and we're just leaning into the blue, honestly. Really are. That wallpaper is from Realm of Magic, and now I'm just rambling and telling you about all the packs being used. So I did not limit my pack usage. It wasn't a requirement for this collab, which is always a good time, but I don't have self-control, so there's probably a little bit in almost every pack in this build, if I'm gonna be honest. At least all of my favorite items anyway. Like this China hutch is cottage living, I'm pretty sure. So also I think there are some items from the new For Rent expansion pack. I did not have that expansion pack when I did the exterior, but by the time I sat down for the interior, I already had the pack. So of course I really wanted to use it. So here you can see me using it in the kitchen. I have the counters, but I matched them with the Horse Ranch cabinets, mostly because I didn't feel like the cabinets that match like really match the vibe of the house I was going for, because I still wanted it to be a little ranchy. We're still in Chestnut Ridge, you know, so we can have some upgrades, but not everything. Maybe it's on the family's like to-do list to upgrade one day, but we'll see. But I guess that's up to you if you guys choose to play in it, which if you guys ever do play in any of my builds, hopefully they're functional enough for you to play in them. But if you ever decide to and you take screenshots and stuff, show them to me, post them, tag me in them. I would love to see that. If you choose. Obviously there's no pressure to do so. I build these builds for my enjoyment, my entertainment, and yeah, I just post them to the gallery just in case. And plus, if I ever want to revisit them and I lose them, it's kind of nice to kind of have that backup. Here we squeeze like the island counters a little together, so technically only one chair is snapped to it. The other one is freestanding, just floating along. So that counterpiece isn't very functional. So now I'm putting these little holiday decor over the archways because I thought that was a nice little touch. Maybe this family really, really loves Christmas. There are some rooms that I did cut out of the video so that you don't have to sit through them, but also to kind of save some time. So here we're jumping right into the office space that is on the first floor. The entryway has a chess table and a bench. Nothing crazy exciting over there. And the bathrooms are all done off camera, as well as the interior of the barn, which isn't super exciting, but you know, it has everything your horse friends will need. This is what I loved about this office. I kind of keep forgetting that we have pillows now in the game, especially from the Modern Luxe kit. We have one from the Little Campers kit as well, but that one isn't as like, that one's like if it was just laying on the floor, you know? But I went pillow crazy in this room as well as one of the bedrooms, and the one in the bedroom might be my favorite pillow arrangement ever. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. It's at the very end, but we'll talk about it when we get there, because here's an office space. It's not the only place where there's a desk. Both of the kid rooms have a desk and their own computer, so I figured this is more so for the parents, because there is not a desk in the parents' bedroom. So this is maybe one of them works from home. And then we also have an art easel and a toy box here, just so that there's more activities for your Sims. That's something I've been trying to be more mindful of, is adding more types of skill building activities in my builds so that your Sims have things to do, and they need skills to make a living, right? So we need those things. Here is the first bedroom, and surprise, it's for a little girl. I think this girl maybe is a preteen, not quite teenage age yet, still pretty young, but lots of clutter, lots of items in here. I actually really like how this one came out. It's not my favorite bedroom in the house, but I think it's good enough. It's not my worst either. I definitely wanted to go with like the pinks and the blues, very soft, kind of matching the vibe of the rest of the house. And a ton of different types of decor. We do get some posters, so I was really trying to give off the I'm still young and I still have my childhood decor, but I'm slowly adding, you know, some more edgier stuff. So I put a mirror by the door with, here's the mirror, and I put some posters. Nope, I used this one. This one's from, shoot, I can't remember. Is that Growing Together? I can't remember which one that's from. We got a lot of good mirrors, but here's where I'm putting the posters, where it's like maybe just starting to tack some up. I don't know, and then but keeping on to some of these other decor pieces that she's maybe attached to a little bit. Maybe those with the bunny, the dog, and the cat, maybe she painted them. Maybe she's a little artist. Who knows? Up to interpretation. But that being said, if you guys have any like kid room suggestions for future builds, let me know down in the comments below as well. I feel like I'm very much always in the same box with my kids' rooms. So, and I've said this before, and I think Sierra has actually mentioned in her own videos that, and in my comment section, I believe, that she's always asking someone else, like a cousin, boyfriend, friend, you name it, for ideas for the bedrooms, and I should really start doing that. So if you guys have any kid Sims in mind and personalities that you want to see, let me know. But first, we're moving on to the parents' bedroom. The parents' bedroom is very clean and very neat, not very cluttered, but just slightly cluttered. I really like how this one came out, actually. This one is my first favorite bedroom of the build, in this build. Did I say they have an ensuite? They have an ensuite bathroom. There is a half bath in the hallway that the two children can share. But, oh, I end up putting a shower there. At first I couldn't fit one, but then I remembered I have Discover University and I can put that shower there. So if you don't have that, there's one in Snowy Escape you can put. We should really get that standalone shower in base game, or a version of it one day. That would be cool. But if not, there is a full shower tub combo on the first floor as well. So plenty of space for your Sims. But here we're adding a little bit of clutter, some books. I went down to copy this garland item for the parents' bedroom. And that candle from For Rent is so pretty, so of course I had to add it here. And we've got two dressers, because I feel like in a parent's bedroom, at least assuming that there are two people in this bedroom, it would be pretty common to have two dressers, because that's a lot of clothing you have to store. You can't fit that all in one dresser. That's too intense. And here is the final, but my absolutely favorite bedroom, maybe one of my favorite bedrooms of all time that I've ever decorated. This one is, I imagined, maybe for a teen boy, maybe even more college bound. I had so much fun really leaning into the dark blue, and I switch out these end tables for these blue and dark wood. Is that cottage living? I can't remember which, oh gosh, please forgive me. I can't remember which pack those end tables come from, but I've never used them in that swatch before. And once I put them down, I was like, this room is locked in. We're here. So we've got some storage here. I really loved putting this clutter, the shoes under the dresser, the trunk, the box, the backpack. Maybe he's starting to pack for college, or maybe he's like in between, or you know, you can make up the story if you choose to play. But we do get this bookcase, but that one actually, yes, a TV, and then a little desk area, which I actually really love. I felt like the clutter pieces were very, like, they made sense. It just made sense, this room. I even end up putting a couch here under these windows that also have pillows on it, and I mix and match the modern luxe pillows with the little camper kit pillow, a little blue one with like space on it. Maybe that was like his favorite pillow as a kid, and I love having little nostalgic items that kids hold on to, at least in The Sims. I mean, I have my own nostalgic items that I've like kind of just had my whole life. So I think that's a really fun little piece of, you know, lore or story building. But we are nearing the end of the video, so I am no longer going to talk your ears off. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed listening to me gush over this build. I didn't ramble too much. I hope not. But if you liked it, give it a big like, thumbs up, you know, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Also, do not forget to check out the Snowy Winter collab, Gardenova Sims, and all of the other builders who participated. And happy holidays, guys. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye!